Welcome back to the Bad Gamecast. This is Jake.
This is Alex.
This is Jason.
And I'm Neobrain Fanboy 69.
Oh, shit. Who let him in here?
Did you not lock the door?
My door doesn't have a lock.
Oh. Alright, so if you want to rob someone, come to... I don't know your address. I just know where you live.
You drive down the street for a bit, and then you fall into the slip in time. And then I'm in a...
So you turn left, and then you drive for a bit, and then there's like a gas station, and you turn left again. Wait. Right. Yeah, right.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and then left, and then straight.
And then it's the second star on the left, straight on till morning.
Basically, yeah.
And behind the bowling alley.
Those are the directions I followed.
Damn, I'm lost and I live here.
So, yeah, we have a special guest this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Pleased to be here? I don't know, after the hell of going through these games, it's maybe a one and done.
Come on. You know what we've played. That's...
Yeah, honestly, considering how little time you had to put into these, you got off light.
This is true. I did not have to put in a very small amount of time, but the emotional drain is years off my life. I don't know how you guys are physically still here, or emotionally. Are you emotionally still here?
I'm a robot, and he's a golem, and that's a skin suit filled with bees, so...
I knew it.
How does one weigh emotional drain with that? Oh, that reminds me. Hopefully it doesn't get all shitty.
Robotic.
Yeah.
There's only one way to find out.
The pips and the pops and the... I don't know what you're staring at. Do you think it's going to, like, show up?
Well, I was just making sure that it...
There's going to be a notification on the screen that says robot voice activated.
Damn it again.
Dumbass.
So this week, instead of playing one game, we went through the bowels of Steam and picked out the absolute worst of the worst.
The freest worst of the worst.
Ah, true.
That's right. We decided that paying for things is expensive.
Expensive and dumb.
Yeah, we each grabbed up a couple of $0 games and played them as long as we felt needed to really, really get the feel for these hacked to pieces, not real games that got dumped on Steam.
Yeah, not games seems like the most apt term for everything we played. At least everything I played. I don't know if anything you guys played resembled a game.
One of them was...
Yeah, 1 out of my 3.
Yeah, well... Yeah. There's an audience for one of them, and I guess it's technically a game.
Cryptic laughing. All right, so we just want to start at a random one.
Yeah, do you want to start off? We'll just go around the table.
Sure. The first thing I played, so this is the one that I played that no one else did here, was Heroes of Civilizations. It's a card game. That's bad. In every way, like, there's no, which this works for me, there's no sound to the entire game.
It begs the question, like, how would you know? Like, do you start a game with sound?
Oh, yeah.
Just to check that it's there and then turn it off?
Basically, yeah. I start with the sound on until I'm bored of listening to the game, and then I turn it off. Sometimes I make it pretty far. Often not. But this one, there was no option. There was just no sound. And no real cohesive gameplay to speak of. It's like someone was like, hey, I could make a digital card game. We'll just model it after Yu-Gi-Oh! But we need a different skin, because like if we do all the like monsters and stuff, it's too obvious. So let's just pull stuff from Civ. Yeah, that's it. People want a historical-based Yu-Gi-Oh! Game.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's free, you said.
It is.
Hold on while I go download that right now.
I know. Concept, maybe not the worst. Execution, terrible. I couldn't figure out how to play most of the game. Occasionally I would just win or lose without really knowing why. There was a couple times where I couldn't, finish the game. Like, the game would reach a board state where I couldn't go forward, and the game wouldn't end, and so that was just it now. I had to leave the game and then reload.
So no you lose screen, just you're
No, because I didn't
done.
lose. It just, the game ended.
You're just in,
Without it acknowledging it ended.
Yeah.
you're in shitty CCG limbo now.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's all you need to know about it. It's trash. Don't play it.
Well, how do you win?
I don't know.
Oh.
Um,
Couldn't
You
even win
atta-
one?
You attack your opponent. It's, like your monsters, you attack their face to lose all their hit points.
Oh. I've
So-
never played Yu-Gi-Oh, so I don't know.
And it's straight up Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh.
So what were the monsters? Were they like
Archers.
Roman legions
Yeah.
or archers or
So they're not animals, they're just dudes with shields.
You've got soldiers, you've got archers, you've got siege engines, it's all that kind of stuff.
so? I'm curious. So I'm a big Civ fan.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
I'm real curious how much effort they really put in.
None.
Like
Anti-effort.
Like, how is it Civ at all, other than having the name on it?
That's it.
Okay.
do you get to
like-
pick a civilization and that
They try to make it look like it from the preview pictures to trick people into thinking it might be like Civ, and then it isn't at all.
do you have a starting hero?
No.
Oh. Because I was really
I
hoping
told
their
you.
Yugi stand-in would have been Gandhi.
Only if after starting to lose for a little while you got to nuke your opponents. When you were like, oh no, now it's go time. And you went all crazy Gandhi on them and started dropping nukes.
Is that what happens when you activate Gandhi's trap card?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
That's what happens when you make someone too peaceful.
They go the other way?
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes
Right
sense.
back to the top.
I want to kill that fucking fly.
Okay, good. I'm glad that's bothering you too.
Where's the electrified tennis racket?
I'm not going to grab it for you.
Oh, what could go
Will you
wrong?
grab it for me?
No. What? I'll get it for Alex so you can have it.
What's the worst that could happen? I electrocute Neil Breen fanboy here? He deserves it after all he's done to us.
Hey, those were thoughtful, deep questions.
You also
Yeah.
made us play Rascal.
Oh, wow. That was you?
That was me. I forgot about that.
Wow.
I,
Suck.
I'm real sorry.
No,
And,
it's supposed to be a clean show, so I'm not going to say anything else to him right now.
Clean
This is a clean show.
Yes, it's fucking wet.
I've been listening to the wrong podcast this entire time.
Yep. I'll do the bleeps.
The bleeps and the bloops.
Yeah.
Yeah, so are we just referring to you as Neil Breen Fanboy 69?
We're using screen names.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
sure.
I don't
I
know.
mean, if you want to shorten it to Neil.
I was just going to call him Neil.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, Breen Boy 69.
Green boy.
Breen Boy.
Breenie?
That's the one. Breen Boy.
He is a boy of Breen.
I don't think you said what your name was, so I'm not going to bust you out on it.
Yeah, so Breen Boy and Jake, I hear you guys played a great game.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we did. We played Gasp, which is yeah.
Oh.
I think when people think Steam trash, this is one of the games that comes to mind.
Oh yeah, it's on top of all the lists of worst games on Steam.
Yeah, when I filtered by worst reviewed game on Steam, I believe this was the #1 game.
That's how I found
No
it too.
contest.
Yeah.
I went to Steam, the entire library, and I say, well, which one is the worst? And that popped up as the worst.
No.
And, it really makes a good case for itself for being the worst game on Steam.
Yeah, it does. You want to walk us through what you do?
Yeah.
Such
as
it is.
much as I can,
Yeah.
what you do. Oh boy. So the premise of this game is you are an astronaut who crash lands on the moon. But you just kind of start on the moon, standing there, and intercom comes through, some lady telling you crashed, and there's apparently other astronauts out there.
She does say that.
She does say that. The very few things she says. And she tells you, you must go out and find these astronauts. And a bunch of things pop up on your interface showing you locations of things to track down and how far away they are. And she just tells you, you start walking.
Yep.
And you, the premise of the game is you have an oxygen tank. And as you walk along, you lose oxygen as you go. So hypothetically, there's a finite amount of time you have to find what you need to find.
Yep. And while you're moving around the lunar surface, you have asteroids coming in and just bouncing all around, which hurt if they hit you.
Yeah, if they hit you. It ranges from, and it should be noted, all asteroids, no matter how far away they are, all have a warning, big red flash warning sign that pops up. Sometimes it is a warning because you see an asteroid hurtling towards you. I don't know about your experience, Jake, but there's basically no dodging it in some scenarios. I found myself, especially the beginning of the game, I'd get a warning, I look around and go, what's that? And bam, right in the face.
Oh,
asteroid.
Yeah. Yep.
And when you get hit by an asteroid, you lose a chunk of your oxygen percentage. So you don't really have, I guess the oxygen is your health.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Because makes sense.
Yeah. So the 5 markers you get are all at varying distances, and none of them are close to you.
Like, not close at all.
No. You gotta trek a while through hills and valleys and mountains and dodging asteroids, which 100% will totally kill you. No fooling, guys. Did you ever die? Like, in quotations, die?
Yes, I did. In quotations, die. Do we want to get to that now? What happens? I could tell my story of what happened when I, quote unquote, died for the first time.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so, oh boy, so I got pretty low, and walking around, I realized I wasn't going to make it. I was like 2% left, so just walking around waiting for the end to come, and then it hit 0%. But instead of 0% in the bottom right, it says dead percent. And then the game doesn't end. It just says dead percent, and you stand there and you go, is it over? Did I win? Did I lose? It just says dead, but here I am, still walking around. And I just walked around for about 5 more minutes wondering what the hell is going on, when I'm like, I guess this is the point. I need to try again and restart because there's no other indicator. You just kind of roll around. It just says dead percent. It doesn't change the game. Nothing in the game changes. You can still walk around and do... we'll dig more into the game, but it doesn't change any features. You can still travel about on your merry way and do whatever you need to do, but that's it. Is that your same experience?
Yes, kind of.
Okay.
Of the 5 objective markers, you can only get to 1 of them. The rest of them are outside of the playable area.
This is also true.
You keep trucking and you hit an invisible wall, and you can see them off in the distance, but tough shit for you.
Yeah, it's real frustrating. It's not like, well, I don't know. We can't get to any of the markers, but the first one was certainly worthless.
Yeah, it is what'd you say? It's like a backpack or something that's got some lights on it?
Yeah, it's just a backpack on the floor that, you know, maybe belonged to one of the astronauts if we're keeping with the story, but the astronaut is not there. So you assume, okay, they're not here. There are 4 other signals. Let me travel to the next closest one. Because the first one is the closest one.
Yeah.
And all the other ones are significantly farther away. So you decide to travel to the next one. I think I tried about 3 of them, and all of them are behind invisible walls that you cannot pass.
I got to the first marker, and you can't interact with it. Like, there isn't anything you can do. So, as I'm standing there, I am pelted by about 4 or 5 asteroids just in a row. Like, bam, 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 bam. And I should have been dead. And like you'd said, it hits dead percent, and there is no mercy for you. The game doesn't end. So I thought, well, I guess I'll just ride this bitch out. And for 45 minutes, I hopped my happy ass along the lunar surface, trying to find something that I could, interact with. Nothing. Until I finally quit out, and then unlocked Mars.
Did you buy Mars?
No, if you hit E on Mars, it just unlocks.
Oh, missed that. I did not play Mars. Was Mars more or less the same?
It is the moon, but red.
So yes.
Yep.
Are there
Is that
other
like real
objectives
life?
you can hit?
I think that holds true for real life as well.
Yeah.
It's just the red moon.
Yeah.
Basically.
Duh.
We know there's an underground lake now. That's neat.
You believe what NASA tells you?
I believe what Doctor Who told me, that the moon is really an egg.
That episode was so bad. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's actually, you can get to people on Mars, and then when you find everyone or whatever, it says simulation over, and then it just ends.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get to that because you played it. It wasn't worth putting the time in.
No, because at the end of the day, this is just a bad walking simulator.
Oh my god.
Is all this is. And when we talk about far distances, I mean, you literally just hold forward on your keypad and you walk maybe 8-9 minutes before you hit a marker. And nothing happens besides asteroids sometimes whizzing by you. And nothing is interactable. There are no other threats. Nothing happens.
And the only sound that you get is the steady breathing of your spaceman.
Oh boy, that was annoying.
Yep, that's what breathing sounds like.
Hey, can you
That was the
can you
entire
give that to me
soundtrack.
again? I need.
I'm out of breath.
Well, somebody. Okay, well, is that the end of that?
Yeah, I'm done with
Anything
this
else?
fucking
Anything
game.
else to
Oh,
add?
there's one more thing that I really liked. I'd like to throw out. So asteroids are falling from the sky, and in some areas there were just asteroids just laying on the ground.
Yeah.
And I went and walked up and tried to interact with some of them. Fun fact, they hurt you too. I walked up to an asteroid that was just sitting there, touched it, and lost 20% of my health. I'm like, why did that happen? I don't understand.
My chief complaint, and I was telling, I believe I was telling Jason about this, was the lighting on the moon. Because, you can see the sun hanging in the sky, but, the light's directly above you, which is just driving me crazy.
It was bad. Did you have this problem with the lighting? When you looked down at the ground, everything was a shadow instantly.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay, good. If you looked at your feet, everything was a shadow and everything got darker. And then when you look back up, it was light again.
I mean, I don't know if that's true of the space egg. I've never been there.
Cool.
NASA would know if they've been there. Hashtag false moon landing.
Oh. No.
Get
No, no,
that
no.
Is it my turn?
Please.
All right. Yeah, so one of the two games I played was SOS. SOS is a battle royale, free to play. It is, about as bland as you can get. It's got when you load up the game, of course they want you to buy all of the shit that they have on sale for microtransactions, and the pricing is all very convenient. If you want, first of all, it's ridiculously expensive. So I think it was 200 coins for $10, and it was 400 coins to unlock a new outfit for your character, which is, if you do some real quick math, that's $20 for an outfit. And there was also a premium pass that was, I don't know, $25, and they sold you only the other denomination of coins in $25. So I thought that was all very convenient. But when you go in to play the game, obviously there's the staging area, just like any other battle royale. But it doesn't really tell you that it's a staging area. You're just in there with a bunch of dudes, and there's guns, and you can shoot each other, and that's it. It doesn't tell you, hey, your game is going to start in this many seconds or whatever. Yeah. And then out of nowhere, you're pulled out of there, and you're thrown into an airplane, and you're flying over the map. The map is huge, but empty. It's like a jungle with little stone temples kind of spread around. It's fucking weird. So naturally, when you jump out of the airplane, you don't need a parachute. You just fall to the earth, Nothing happens to you when you land, and you pick up weapons. And then at this point, it handles just like any other Battle Royale game. But that's it. Like, that's all that happens, is that there's the staging area, you don't know what you're supposed to do, then you're thrown into the game, and it's just an empty, gigantic fucking map with terrible graphics. Of course, the player base is almost non-existent. I think they want you to have somewhere like 60 plus other people playing with you. I never had more than 16.
Damn.
So I was consistently in the top 5 by default, which that's pretty fun, I guess. Yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, the character creation, or I guess I could say customization, is pathetically bad. You can pick from, I think, 9 heads, all of them white, by the way. Say what you will about that. And then the outfits that you get to put on your character are simply color palette swaps for a generic t-shirt. unless
so
you want to
real in depth.
Yeah, unless you want to pay $20 for that other costume.
You can pay to move things along. At the end of a round, like, how many coins did you end up getting? I assume you get coins for your time?
I didn't.
Oh.
I leveled up. I leveled up twice, and I didn't get any coins for it. You have to buy the coins.
So, like, there is no way in-game to earn stuff that you could use to unlock things.
If there is, I haven't discovered it yet, and all I saw were coins. Because usually, like, in games like this, you'll have, like, a premium kind of currency, thank you, and then, like, another one that you actually earn. No, it's all just gold coins, and it's, $10 for 200 of them.
Damn.
Yeah, this game is pathetic.
How not to build an economy.
Yeah, really the only praise I could give this game is the blades of grass are, like, individually rendered. It's kind of crazy. Like, you can actually see them, like, moving in the breeze. But then my character had a beard, and it looked like a black grid across my face. Like, I don't know how else better to explain my character's beard.
Well, that's an odd choice to get specific only with the grass.
The grass. Yeah, the grass looks good.
And if a beard's not made out of teeth, I don't know what it's supposed to look like if not a grid.
Yeah, so that's SOS.
I'm impressed that there were people playing the game. Was this old, or has this been around for a while?
No, I think this is only like a year or two old. Like, it's not that old.
Yeah, makes sense that they probably slapped it together after Battle Royale started becoming popular.
Still better than Fortnite.
Hey.
Shots fired.
Hey, there's no fucking base building in this.
I have nothing to I've never played Fortnite, so
Okay.
Well, you're not 12, so it makes sense.
yeah.
You played Fortnite?
Alex, I didn't know you're
I
12.
Tried Fortnite, yeah.
I played it with him.
He is 12.
Okay.
I mean, it's robot years, so it's kind of iffy.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you how to define that either. I'm not sure.
He was assembled 12 years ago, but designed to act like he was like 50. Hence all the get off my lawn-ness of him.
Right. It's not just him getting old.
Yeah. He was designed that way.
But I'm tired all the time.
Next game.
Next game, mine fight. You fight mines. Oh wait, you don't fight mines. It's
What?
Is it your turn?
No.
Did you go already or what?
Well, I guess it depends on how you want to do it. It's either sure.
Oh, that's right, because you guys did the same game.
I said his name.
Curses!
All right.
No,
who's,
that's fine.
who's editing this?
Well, we can go by that. I will reveal my name.
No.
I can edit
No,
this one
you
too.
didn't say it.
I'll cut him out.
I guess
Bye.
it depends on how you want to go, Breen Boy or I.
Well, it's bullshit. You guys did the same game. I was gonna do that game too, but I didn't because
should've played it.
Yeah, we're supposed to do 2 of our own fucking games.
Man, don't look at me.
Mm.
Look at Breen Boy.
Yeah. No, so then
I mean, so everyone has like one game left, right?
Oops.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've
let's
only
just
got
go to start with
Yeah.
Jason.
Mine fight. You
Right.
fight mines. Oh no. Yeah. You. It's a game that.
It landed just as well the second time.
Yeah. I was
I know.
just keep going. Same. Repeating until the end of time.
Mine fight.
Mine fight. It wants to ride the wave of Minecraft and get all those little kids to. Although there's nothing to purchase in the game and it's free to play, so I really don't know how they plan to be popular with it. It's a two-person fighting game, so I forced Breen Boy over here to play some, because it's terrible. There's 6 stages, all of which are basically the same, like small floating platforms. It's a 2D fighter, but there's no melee attacks. You get a bow and arrow, because you get a bow and arrow in Minecraft.
Yeah, but you also have like melee weapons.
Yeah, but that's not a thing.
Ignored.
Oh. Like tools aren't a giant part of Minecraft.
Yeah. If you had a pickaxe, that'd be weird. The controls are bad on controller. They are nonsensical gibberish if you try to use a keyboard.
Awful. It was purely awful.
So you'd think if you wanted to move, maybe you'd use WASD. Or maybe you'd use the arrow keys.
Makes sense.
So you get in and you hit D, and that moves you to the right. You're like, great, they use WASD. So you hit A, and nothing happens. Like, wait. So you just start pressing buttons till you figure out that, in fact, D is right, Q is left, Z is jump, and you attack and aim with the mouse.
Oh.
Jake, what you're doing with your hand is correct.
Yeah, that weird claw motion that you're making right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to work that out. Like that. Nothing about that
Fun
feels
fact,
right.
It doesn't work out.
Yeah, so it lacks all depth. There's 12 characters. They're skins. They're horribly drawn skins all over the same character that fundamentally don't change how the game plays. There's no real, you can do a duel between 2 people and then you play a game and then it's over. And that's it. That's the whole fucking game. It's short. It's badly drawn. I didn't even check if there was music on this one. There probably is. It's probably trash. The controls are awful, and it's clearly that just like they were hoping to make a game and ride Minecraft's success. Unfortunately, they didn't know how to make a game.
I think that my favorite thing that you pointed out to me, Jason, is that I don't know if the controls that actually came to be was what they were actually intending. Because there is a button that shows you the controls, and it's not super clear on the keyboard, but...
So, to explain, you can go to controls, and it'll pull up the keyboard, and it points to WASD as move.
No.
But they're labeled QZD and whatever. Yeah. So it points to the spots where WASD should be, but they label them what they actually are.
That's amazing. Do they get their letters mixed up? Is that how it happens?
I don't know. They
weren't
own
using the
keyboard?
correct keyboard, like a different variant.
Yeah, they programmed on a keyboard that didn't have any key, like
or a Chinese
symbols,
keyboard or
so
some
they were
shit.
just like, this is close, right?
Wow.
Yeah, no, like what language is that it puts them there?
Don't know.
We have to find out where this game was developed. Trace it back.
Because like my first thought is like, oh, they just like in Vorak for some reason? I mean, no, it's not.
No.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Okay. I
Sure.
played Idle Heist, which people's complaints is that it's boring. It is a passive clicker.
Is it boring?
It's okay. It's not like Clicker Heroes, which is more engaging. There's a lot of automation. This lacks that in a like fundamental sort of way. It's okay. It's very stylized. It has this sort of like blocky look, and you click the mouse, you get cash because you're robbing a bank. You hire goons for your automation, which like they're painfully slow. But what I did like is at each bank that you're at, you've got different like viewpoints. So the first one, you're like in front as you're holding up the tellers, and then you can change to the back where there's like people moving shit around in the vault. And like there's people moving, like there's stuff going on the screen, which is weird I guess it's not weird for a passive game. It gives you something to look at, but like if you're just going to minimize it or close out of the game and come back to it later, I don't know why bother. It has a microtransaction where you can buy upgrades. They call them bombs with real currency, but you earn them like a login bonus, and like you don't need them. So like even that, it didn't bother me that much. It wasn't offensive like it sounds like it is for SOS. It's okay. People are just hating on it because it's a passive clicker. Like, oh, it's boring. Oh, no shit. You're not supposed to leave it up all the time. Close it, go do something else.
That's the nature of the game. Passive clicker.
Yeah.
Keyword, passive. So did you enjoy it for what it was?
Of the games that we played, I probably put the most amount of time into that just because it's passive. Well, yeah, it's okay.
Who's next?
Oh, all right. I guess I will go up next. So the second game I played was a point-and-click indie horror adventure. Everybody's favorite genre. What? Called I Must Kill Fresh Meat from Gaming Cat Studio. You know, the big powerhouse that they are. Right up there with EA. My first hint that this was going to be a bad game to play was on Steam. Sometimes the games will have trailers as the first thing that you can watch. So I'm perusing through the Steam library trying to figure out what to watch or what to play. I click on the trailer, and the trailer is just a 2.5-minute video of the game developer making excuses for why the game is so bad right now and how it will eventually get better. If you don't want a spoiler, stop now. It doesn't get better. It never got better. Jumping forward a little bit.
As it stands, you sold me on this game.
Oh, get it now. It's a great way to kill about 10 minutes if you want to kill them. The last update from the developer was an update that said, no, we haven't quit yet. And that was 2015. So definitely quit. The finished product is out there if you want to download it. Oh, man. The premise of this one is you are a butcher who, oh boy, to be quite frank about it, the game started and I was looking at the scenery because it's all hand-drawn and, you know, the art style in it isn't bad. There's another indie horror game that has a very similar style that I think became pretty big. I wish I would have looked up the name of the title. It was very similar to that. And truthfully, it wasn't drawn too bad. But, you know, the game started and I didn't know anything was going on. I was just looking at the scenery. And then I looked at the bottom right corner and saw the text was flying by on the screen and went, oh, God, it started. I don't know what's going on. Not that it mattered too much. Basically, you're a butcher. I don't know. You're evil or something bad happened to you. It doesn't really explain.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. You're a butcher. You're covered in blood. You're a fat guy. I took some pictures. I'll pass them around here for you guys.
Don't
Viewers
scroll
at
left.
home, listeners at home, enjoy too.
Viewers.
I start it. Literally every time you guys say viewers on the podcast, I go, ha!
You
dumb.
guys?
And what do I do? First thing I come here.
Hey, you damn amateurs over there.
And basically, you just point and click. You eventually make your way to like an abandoned house, and you are walking around. Some things to note: the point icon changes depending on different things you can interact with, but you can't really interact with anything. You can only move from room to room, and there are some objects that are like highlighted. Like you go over an object and it will say desk, and you're like, cool, let's click on it. And you click on it and nothing happens. There might be something like broom, and you try to click on the broom. Like, do I interact with it? Do I pick it up? No, nothing happens. Although I think at some point there was intent to pick something up, because if you scroll to the top, there's an inventory for items that you can pick up, but you don't pick up. Because I don't really know if it was ever programmed that you can pick up these items. So it just became a 10-minute go room to room to different spooky areas of the house. You know, probably things that a 12-year-old would consider spooky. You know, blood everywhere and creepy noises and, you know, no jump scares. And I think the developer even made like a point, like, this isn't a jump scare game. This is just to give you that feeling of dread. And, you know, the art style was okay and the music wasn't bad, but I never felt scared or threatened or anything like that. So, all in all, pretty pointless. There came to a point where literally I explored the entire house. I couldn't interact with anything. And I think that was the logical conclusion of the game at its current state. So I quit. That's pretty much it. You know, they did some things okay. The art style was good. The music wasn't bad. It just how it played out. There were misspellings everywhere in the text. When you'd scroll over an item, it would say the name of the object, but the first part of it, like the text, was hidden by the pointer. So you just have to guess sometimes what the full object name was because the text wouldn't display correctly. Oh, that's it. Not good. Bad game.
Were you thinking Don't Starve?
Yes. Maybe Don't Starve is the one I was thinking of. Hold on, let me...
Don't Starve is a good game.
Oh, this was not a good game.
Well, I get
this was the opposite of a good game.
like aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. That's the art style.
This is hideous. Whatever he just said about the art not being terrible, he's lying to you. This is like someone's child drew a scary thing.
Hey, the car says human pig on it.
Oh my god.
Like,
What the fuck?
what in the action? Well, okay, so you have to realize Breen Boy standards are apparently floor low. And if you just,
I won't debate that.
as long as you don't completely fail, he'll be like, yeah, you did okay. So get Breen Boy to review your games. Get those positive reviews.
10 out of 10, this game. One fun thing I'll say, the artist who made this game, The Butcher, for some reason thought it would be fun to give your character, The Butcher, quite a donk. When you turn away...
What?
When you
Oh wow.
It's
like that's
plump isn't even the right word.
That's pretty awesome right there.
yeah, it was a good time. I saw that. I'm like, save that for the spank bank later.
Bank, right?
Well, you know, cutting meat, it's all glutes.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta really put your legs into those chops.
You squat down with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, on that, I'll end with the big ass note, and that's this game.
Is it me?
Yeah, it's you.
I played a game called Hide vs. Seek. It's an online-only multiplayer hide-and-seek game. You play as a pile of goo.
How can this be bad? This already sounds awesome.
You play as a pile of goo trying to sneak around a house while the seeker is looking for you, and the seeker is a broken TV on roller skates. And so there are 3 piles of goo around the level that you have to collect by standing on top of them. And once you collect all 3 piles of goo without getting caught by the seeker, you can then tag the seeker, and then you win. That's about it. You've got to advance through the rooms, collect the goo, tag him, get out, move on. This game is meant to be played with more people, but there's nobody playing this. There's no way for me to create a room and try to play online with anybody. The only way I was able to play this game is by playing the tutorial 3 times over. So yeah, that was what I did. Graphics are cartoony. The music is the Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy on repeat the entire time.
Wow.
And that's Hide versus Seek.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta get that audio that's in the public domain.
That's exactly right.
On repeat, though?
Yeah.
Yep.
Look, finding other stuff that's in the public domain is hard.
Why have one song when you can just loop it?
I don't know why they picked that song. It doesn't make any sense in the context of the
based
game.
on the rest of the game that you said, that doesn't fit.
It's just a
at
song.
all.
It's just a song. So it's not silent.
So another high effort development game.
Yeah. Hey, who knows what the game would have been like if you could find other people to play it? Like an online fucking hide and seek game? Come on.
It could be good.
It could be good.
It could be good if, they put in effort. There seems to be a consistent theme of developers getting halfway there and then just going, yeah, this is a finished product.
Good enough.
Bam! Steam.
So, is it only 1v1, or assuming, I don't know if you would know, if you could get in a lobby, would you play with more than one person?
I don't know. I was never able to get into a lobby, and because the way it sounds is it would be a good 1v1 game, but yeah, I wouldn't know, because yeah, it's just collect the goo, then you're strong enough to attack the Seeker, and then you win. But there's actually some stealth to it. You do kind of have to be sneaky, because you can't just walk up and punch the Seeker. You have to kind of sneak around behind him, even after you've powered up by consuming the goo. So it's a bad game.
Well, is that it besides the grand finale?
No, that's it. Those are all the games we played, folks. Thanks very much. We didn't play any other games. No more games.
If only. We saved the best for last.
Mm-hmm.
We saved something for last.
Best isn't the word.
This is going to be an interesting
Yeah,
talk.
get your fursuits out, kiddies. We played Amorous.
Did you have to say kitties?
Kitties.
Question,
Yes.
do I unzip now or later?
Later.
Look, I don't want to I don't want to say that your fursona is definitely a cat, but I've seen
Mine
your
wasn't.
closet. It's definitely a cat.
No. Mine was not a cat. So what game do we play? So I stopped sounding like a creep.
Yeah, but you are a creep.
Who's
know
going
me.
to take this one on?
Oh, I mean, I'm always up for talking, so we played Amorous. It's a game. It's a game. It is a dating sim.
Yep.
For furries about furries.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What's a furry? For the uninitiated.
For the uninitiated, go to Google,
No,
type
come
in
on.
furries.
No.
Make sure safe search is off.
We're gonna get sued.
By who? People dumb enough to take our advice?
Yes.
So, before we really get started in this game, I want to ask everyone here: did you fuck your brother?
No.
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 Just me.
Just you. Neat.
Please.
All right.
Go into further detail.
Now we know where we stand.
Come on.
Yeah. So.
How was it?
Well, I didn't. You know what? Please continue.
let's just. None of us, I'm assuming here,
Yeah,
I speak for myself, are into furries.
Why are you turned towards me?
I just,
I don't do the furry thing. No, not my.
It's the
not
cat ear headphones.
No, it's not my thing.
Oh. No, I'm into other weird shit. Not that, though.
Which is fine. And so, people who are into this, that's fine. That's their thing. There are actual issues with this game as a game. I will try to get into those without this getting too weird. So the very first thing you get to do is make your own fursona. It's your furry persona. It's how you project yourself, how you would want to look if you could be an animal.
I think this is the best part of this game.
Yeah, I really liked the character creation. I think it's pretty solid.
Honestly, character creation, not bad.
Mm-hmm. Pretty detailed.
I don't. What did you end up as, Jake?
I wanted to go with, what is it, Ricardo the Closet Furry, which is just like the naked fat guy with the bag on his head.
Yep.
What?
'Cause that is
That's what I went with.
that is hilarious.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
But I went with a dog.
Yeah, so did I.
Oh, I went as the walking avatar of the sun.
Yeah, what you had going on was something else completely.
So, they give you enough dials and knobs to turn that my whole body was complete blacked out because they give you full color gradient and you can go all the way to full black where it completely loses definition or anything.
Yeah, there's nothing being reflected back at you.
Yeah, you just look like void. And then everything, just my head was bright yellow with orange lines and horns coming out in every direction that were also orange and yellow and red. As I was the walking avatar of the sun.
You're really out there strutting your stuff.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like you're a mask that didn't unlock the rest of the body.
Which made the game felt real good when people were just like, oh, hey, how's it going? And I'm just like, how do you even respond to that?
Because the Club Amorous, they don't judge.
They don't.
Clearly, judgment-free zone.
I will say on the character creator, so I did pick the fat man with the bag over the head. That was my avatar. And maybe the one thing they could have done better, when it came to like hair or horns, because you could put them on the bag over the hair guy, but the hair would just clip through the bag.
Aw.
Yeah.
So,
So we
in that
found
case,
the one fault with the character.
Fuck.
in that case, it isn't so much you have a bag over your head as the bag is your head.
Yeah, actually.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Sure, fuck it, I'm into it.
See, he said it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll try anything twice.
So then what happens?
So then you go to Club Amorous. There's a whole prologue section.
Is that with your brother?
Yeah.
Where he's really creepy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This dude wants it.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't
What
he
are
a-
you skipped the prologue.
And he's a parrot.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your brother is a blue parrot no matter what you are.
Mm-hmm.
You're adopted,
Yeah.
so your family is
Oh,
all
so
blue
it's
parrots.
okay then if you totally bone this blue parrot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, why? Did I sound like a weirdo when I asked if everyone fucked their brother?
Yeah. You didn't say stepbrother.
You just said brother.
Yeah. Well, they don't refer to each other as stepbrother. They refer to each other as brothers.
And
So-
you share a room.
Well, I guess I played a male, so I don't know if he would refer to you as your sister, his sister, if you played as a female character.
Pretty sure it's the same thing in this game.
Oh, so that's the big thing. My horrifying creation identified as female. Yes.
So you must have had a different experience.
No.
Oh.
And that's the biggest thing. They actually warn you when you select I identify as female that this game was designed for a male character. And it comes through at every single interaction through the entire game. Being a female doesn't matter at all. And then eventually we'll get to the extra fun bits.
Bits. Interesting word choice.
Yep. On purpose.
So you go to Club Amorous and you start collecting phone numbers, right?
Yeah, so it's, I don't know, like a dating sim. You can talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
It's surprisingly hard to fail at talking to people.
Well, fail at talking to them, no, but fail to escalate the relationship, yes, that's possible.
Really? Because I just talk to people and, like, I would insult them and they'd get pissed off, but they'd never actually, like, leave. They just
Oh.
give me chances forever.
I'm probably talking about like the third date
Oh,
that it's possible to fuck it up, and I can go into that once we get there.
sure.
Yeah, because I didn't get the anime fangirl's number.
Oh, I
She
did.
just dipped.
She was like the brown dog, right? Sky. Sky
Yeah.
was her name.
I don't think she's a dog.
Sky.
But yeah, yeah, this guy.
She likes anime and video games.
Yeah. How much of this did you play, Alex?
Check my profile. I don't know.
I don't want to.
What, like 40 hours for the
try to
past
get
2
up.
days.
Try to get all those achievements.
Gotta finish to each one.
And you haven't fucked your brother?
What the fuck? Where did we go with this? So what after Amorous then? Right?
Yeah.
Because Amorous, you just get people's numbers and
Get
get contact info.
Everyone's numbers. As many as you want to get. There's 1, 2, 3,
9?
somewhere
There's a
around
good
there.
amount, yeah. Even the DJ,
Yeah.
which is kind of pointless.
I wasn't into the DJ.
I wasn't either.
Which, yeah, that is even in even a talking section. You literally just click on them and they're like, hey, can I get your number? Can I request a song? He's like, sure. Also, here's my number. Okay.
That's how you request the songs, is you text him.
Yeah, I got Sky. Who's the guy sitting at the bar reading a book?
I don't know.
I don't remember what their names are. There's the what is she, a bunny chick in the pool?
Yep.
The older lady, and then the guy out back smoking.
That wasn't a guy.
No, it's not a guy.
Yeah.
But
the
you don't know
androgynous
that.
person out back.
Yeah, come on, insensitive.
Well, they don't pass themselves off with any particular gender.
Yeah. So
But it-
they.
Well, that's what I said.
Do you ever
Yeah.
ask? You ever just come out and ask them, like, hey, what pronouns do you use?
You can.
I know.
I
That's what I'm
didn't.
saying.
No,
They just brush it off.
Yeah.
I didn't. That wasn't important.
It's like,
I was
what
trying
do
to
I
get
call
to know
you?
them as a person.
You're way more invested in this game.
It's like, is every single
I
character
actually
in this
like
game...
that character.
Is every character in this game, like, right down the middle in terms of, like, male, female?
Do you mean, like, do you have any futas in there? Like...
I don't know what that means. I'm saying, like,
Because yes.
even like the feminine characters, you talk to them and it's like, oh, you totally have a dick though, right?
Oh, no. Because the older bunny lady in the pool just wants to get smashed by the lifeguard. And,
Yeah.
like, she's upfront about that.
I don't think I spoke to her.
Yeah, she's super into the like dragon lifeguard dude.
I got in a fight with him. He knocked me the fuck out.
Man, it's like you guys played a different game.
I can't remember how I got rid of him.
I'm just over here boning furries.
Yeah, I apparently took the long way.
Yeah.
Actually, I only banged 2 of them.
I knew my objectives and I went with it.
The
Got some feathers in my mouth.
ooh. Hey, me too. The I don't know what the lady is out back, and the other, your brother, whose name I can't think of. That was it. Like
It was like Kobe.
I
Is that your
think
brother's
so.
name? Yeah.
I went on dates with whatever the characters I mentioned, but I only slept with 2 of them. And I didn't even get the fun visuals because I didn't install the.
Yeah, so what happens when you go to have sex with someone and you don't have the if you go into your files, you create a text file that says show me some booty, and that unlocks the game's not safe for work content.
Shit.
Which is how they get around Steam's disapproval of porn games.
So without installing your own fuck patch, what you get with your brother specifically is a heart shape cutout of the screen and his face, but the sound is still there.
See, this part, I wish I fucking had the sound on. I did not have
No,
the
you
sound
do
on.
not.
All I saw was the heart cut out and then the face of the person I was with, and then it ended.
There's no moaning because it's no voice actors, but you get the sounds of insertion. And it's,
Squishy.
hot.
Meaty.
Feathery?
Well, not his asshole.
How do you know?
Yeah, so instead you can get visuals for that, which...
So is it... do the sound effects fit?
Yes!
Okay.
Also, because I had to check this, as a female character, you have a penis, I guess.
Yeah, because it's Fuda.
Again, game was not designed for female characters, so when you have your female character on female sex scene, one of you has to have a penis, so you, the character, has a penis, which didn't match my character color at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
no.
It wasn't pure black as night.
No, it was hilarious when you just had this like flesh-colored penis suspended in the middle of a void.
Oh, God.
Oh,
What
that's
the
the
fuck?
best.
Dude.
You just part the black
man.
one and there's a throbbing cock there. That is so much better than it just being pure black.
I need to replay this game. And that's where the game ends.
Yeah, I mean, it does what it does.
You win.
I will say because it's one person's game, right? Well, someone's in charge of all the art.
Yeah.
And I forget what their name is. They have a Patreon account because they just do furry art, I believe. They might do other stuff, but I
What a
know they
career.
do furry art. But like their art style is pretty good. Whatever.
How is it different than anything else?
It's not my thing, but sure.
I
Just an
mean,
art
it wasn't
style.
like
Yeah, no, like
rap
just the art
I guess.
style.
Yeah, I could see there was effort put into
Yeah.
it, and it was. You could tell they have talent for the style that they're going for.
I thought the dialogue's terrible.
Boring.
Dialogue was garbage.
Runs on forever and ever.
Yeah, you have weird descriptions that just kind of like are stapled together, and it just runs and runs, and yeah, the dialogue oftentimes felt like I was trying to talk to someone who the developer thought that's how people acted, and not how people actually act. So, I mean, it's supposed to be a fantasy, right? So,
Yeah.
eh.
It's like my only interaction with someone who's an out and proud furry was that socially awkward. But I feel like
Trying to avoid names. I got you.
yeah, like
Yeah, no, he was a weird dude.
he was a weird dude. And I
I've
don't-
met furries who are way less weird than he was.
He's got to be an outlier for people in general, because I'm sure if people feel more confident putting on the whole fursuit and all that, you don't act like him because he's a fucking weirdo. But I could see how if he was writing a game, I bet the dialogue would be like that, because it's weird. At no point when you're talking to somebody to feel like that's how conversations work for me.
So it was weird for me because I picked,
You had to constantly wipe all the semen off your computer monitor.
yeah, it was squeegee. But no, like I would go on dates with this one person. I don't even remember which one, but I always went. There was I'm not even gonna bother. I don't know. One of the chicks I went out with a date with. She's the one who works at the art gallery. You know that one?
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, because one of the dates you had to go on with her is going there and acting like you give a shit about the art. And so
Is she the one when you first talked to her? She's super drunk.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's weird because when you go there, like her friends are there, and I was just a total asshole to her friends. And at that point, the date basically ended, and she didn't like me anymore after that. Like I was openly antagonizing her one friend that came up and started giving me shit, and I didn't even know who he was because she goes away somewhere. Her friend comes up and starts talking to you like, "Hey, what's up, bitch?" And then it's like, okay, and you defend yourself. You don't let him talk shit about you, and then he tells her that you were rude to him. She's like, well, I think I need to go over here and talk about this with my friend, and then it's like, okay, that's the end. So I had to go on a date with somebody else. So it is possible.
You done messed up.
Yeah, I think I dodged a bullet, though. Probably did something.
Yes.
Some kind of...
Yes. Yes.
some kind of surprise waiting for you down there.
Yes.
But then it was weird. It's like, you're always so quick to say you love them. For me, it was like 3 dates. And my guy's like, I love you.
I was like 2.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I didn't have a
whoa.
choice, by the way.
Well,
Yeah, healthy.
forced love.
You don't know their lifespan. Maybe they got like, a good couple years. They just gotta pump it out.
Furries live just a couple weeks. No? Okay.
I got nothing for that.
Yeah. So then it's like, yeah, once you
That explains why they're always at the club.
get that
Just trying to
person in
get the fuck
bed,
on.
game's over, credits roll. Achievements for days.
There's a lot of achievements.
Forever on your Steam profile.
Yeah, so that happened.
Brain Boy, how much time did you put into Amaros?
Not as much time. I did kind of run out of time. I played the other games and I got to this a little late, so I didn't have time to fully explore. But also, 5 minutes in, you know where things are going. So I feel like I got most of the gist. I made it to Club Amorous. I actually didn't go on any of the dates, so I missed out on that part. Maybe the game fleshes out a little more from there.
So he went on no dates on the dating simulator.
I basically failed.
He's not wrong, though. I mean, like, you boot it up, you see where you're at. Oh.
Yeah.
I know about the gallery, though, because I talked to that same character
Okay. Yeah.
at the bar. So there was a surprise.
There was a surprise. Okay.
Yeah, when you turn on the not safe for work mod, one of the options, you can just turn everyone's clothes off all the time.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Yep. Yep, just all the time. So I didn't play too much, but believe me, I got the I got the full experience.
Damn. So, does it fundamentally change the game if you're walking around and it's just dicks out?
Nope. Literally nothing changes.
Everybody acknowledges it.
Every single interaction is the exact same.
They're all cool with it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess if everybody's new, then what does it matter?
Well, it just makes it funny when you interact with the person in the behind the club, and they're like, "This androgynous person, you have no idea what gender they are," and you're like, kind of do.
I can see pretty clearly.
This is like right there. Like yeah.
Is that it? We're done?
Yeah, I mean,
Signing off.
what are we supposed to?
Who would you recommend this game for?
Honestly, if you're really into furries, you could probably do a lot worse.
I don't play dating sims, so I don't know how this compares to any other one.
This feels bland for a dating sim.
It's certainly very bland.
Like, what's the one? Is it Honey Pop? Where it's this plus like a Candy Crush ripoff?
Oh, yeah, I believe that is Honey Pop.
See, even that's better than what we have here.
The closest I've come to is Doki Doki Literature Club.
I don't know that one.
Oh, that's a whole different beast.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if you're into it, I can see it being enjoyable. I mean, yeah, the dialogue was bad. That's the only thing that seemed glaringly awful.
Yeah, like that's where it's offensive, is how the dialogue just goes on forever, and then you make one choice, and then the dialogue continues to go on forever from there. So it's like, where's the fucking gameplay?
Right. It got to the point where I actually just started not even reading, just skimming through dialogue because it was too boring and non-realistic to really even pull you into what's going on. Where you just keep scrolling through until you get to a choice, and at that point, your only objective is, all right, well, how do I get this person naked with me? And I started just thinking like that, like, what's the quickest path there?
You pig.
Bam, bam. Oh, man. I missed that option.
Says a lot about his social life there.
I was just looking up. This is a game I haven't played, but I've heard is very good and is kind of down the same path. It's an erotic visual novel called Lady Killer in a Bind. I've heard very good things. I haven't played it yet, but it has like a 75% on Metacritic, which is better than basically every game we've played.
So there you go. If you want to get your fill, then play that game.
Yeah, I mean, there's potentially like actually good ones. This was not very good. But if you need the game to have furries in it...
I was about to say, are there any alternatives out there?
Probably. I was browsing through Steam. There was another one that doesn't have the character customization, so it's supposedly better, like actually story-wise, because they actually can script out the whole thing. But it's not something I was particularly interested in. So, yep.
Left it at that.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you're looking for a furry dating sim, there you go. I don't know who else would want to play it. If you're not into furries or dating sims.
Probably not for you.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty niche audience we're talking here.
Very niche audience.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's that.
That is
Amorous.
that. Woo!
Plus all the other shit that we played.
Plus a bunch of garbage.
Bad.
We took those silver bullets for you, the viewer.
Should we make up some questions? We don't actually have any questions. Listeners, send us more questions.
You have to listen first.
Why do you do this to us?
Hold on.
The listeners are sitting at home going, I'm not going to send anything in. We're going to have to fumble through this again.
Fuck 'em.
And look, I get it. Fuck us. But, maybe get involved in this podcast that you maybe tolerate.
And if you two make a large donation, like Neil Breen fan, you can come and join us also for a live recording.
Whoa. I don't remember a donation.
I just took it out of your account. It's fine.
Forcibly collect.
I mean, it's either that or we get your knees.
I do need the knees.
All right, then we're good.
Oh, I just want to suckle.
I guess this is a fair trade-off.
Suckle on a delicious patella.
I'm sorry, what are you Googling?
We're just trying to end the episode over here.
What is the cap of your kneecap?
The kneecap.
Cap knee.
Oh, yep, there it is.
Yeah, it's a patella. That was right.
Okay.
Yeah. Do we have any questions to make up? Does anyone want to ask Neil Breen, Fanboy69 here?
Oh yeah, I'm
Either
open
you-
for questions.
Either you guys got anything you gonna lob his way? What do you think of the new Twisted trailer?
Oh, I am excited for the new Twisted movie. That is literally the only thing I'm waiting for every day. I check Neil Breen's Twitter account for any update.
Oh, Neil Breen's Twitter.
Do you follow Neil Breen's Twitter?
Oh, fuck yeah, I do.
It is a gold mine. Truth be told, I didn't think the trailer was ever going to come out. He's been teasing it for about 3 months now about how it will eventually come out.
But it's here and it's spectacular.
Oh, the God said Neil Breen. He did it.
Should try to get him in here.
If you guys can get Neil Breen in, I'll drop everything. I don't care what day he's coming in. I'm coming back.
Come on, that's a good
I
guess.
may even have a chair for him to sit in.
I can sit on the fucking floor.
I can sit on the floor.
We got Neil Breen with us. Get him some coffee.
Yeah. So listeners at home, check out the new Neil Breen trailer. Twisted
Pair.
Twisted Pair. That's it.
You getting paid from Neil Breen to be here today?
No,
Neil Breen
I'm just
doesn't
hoping
pay
for free
me.
tickets to his showing. Want to meet him.
Right? Can't wait for that to be at the Gateway in downtown Columbus.
Just like the last one. Oh man. Any other questions?
Why would you go to Columbus? We're not in Columbus.
Columbus, Georgia.
All right, better. Jake, what's your question?
So I'm not going to do the jingle this time, but browse my main source of questions. What's your favorite Pokemon and why?
I feel like we've done this one.
Yeah.
Have we? We've done a lot of Pokemon ones. I don't know if we've done favorites.
I want to say yes.
I can't remember. I believe we have because
Brain Boy, you're
Brain boy, question for me. You know what? I'm gonna say Muck. I feel like Muck is an undervalued Pokemon.
What?
I
Jesus
really enjoyed
Christ! All right, we're done here.
it. I enjoy it every time I play Pokemon. I'm like, I gotta give me a Grimer. We're gonna turn to Muck, and that's gonna be my boy.
Just minimize for days.
Oh, everyone's favorites.
Yeah.
The strategy where they just look at you and go, really? We're gonna do this today?
Great choice. What else for
I'm looking.
Neil Breen fan 69 over here?
I'm full of answers, chock full of answers. I've got all of them.
Okay. So, Brain Boy, for you, you had us play Rascal as one of those choice games from your childhood. What's one that you played that you actually liked?
A game from my childhood?
Yeah. What was your favorite?
My favorite? I think my favorite from my childhood probably be Ocarina of Time. Zelda on the N64. I played that game so much. I'll add out another one. NCAA Football 2008. I played that also nonstop growing up as a kid.
Who's on the cover?
It was Fitzgerald when he was at Pitt. Fact check me on that.
I thought it was the quarterback from Utah who was on the cover of 08.
Am I thinking a different one? It was the Pitt player, Fitzgerald, whatever year I played.
That was 07.
Is that 07?
Jake, help us out.
Fuck no.
Jason's on it.
NCAA
He's on the
08.
trail.
It's the dude from Utah.
08 is definitely looks like Boise State quarterback.
Nope, not him.
Was
Maybe
it
07?
Zbikowski? Was that
Yeah.
him?
Swing and a miss from everybody.
Oh, man.
That was a great
Yeah,
game, by
way
the way,
off.
that Boise State
Maybe
Oklahoma game.
07, 06. Could be 06. I don't know. Keep going. Nope.
Man, that game
All
cast. How
right,
you doing,
here we
everybody?
go.
This is
Keep
Ben
going.
All that
How
was
wrong
again.
are you?
Yeah.
That's
Nope, still wrong.
Still
All right.
wrong.
Was
Let's
it
do some visual
504?
shit on this audio medium.
God, I'm old.
Throw that up
there
on
it
the
is.
screen.
That's the one.
Lost control of the show.
2005.
2005. That was
Nothing you
only
can do.
3 years.
So is that the Fitzgerald game?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. 06 is a really good one. That has is it Howard on it. Rest in peace.
When did they bring in the what's it, like the legend mode where you're just one player for your college career? That wasn't on the one that I had, but I always really wanted to play that.
360 generation for sure.
Yeah.
09, I think is the
09.
first time I remember playing that mode. I was the quarterback for Rutgers.
Why?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess why not? I don't have.
Who cares?
All right, so for everybody, what is your favorite drunk food to make and eat? Well, because, like, what I want to eat when I'm drunk is not the same as what I'm going to actually make.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's always the same.
What is it?
It's mozzarella sticks. I just want fried cheese. When I'm really drunk, all I want is fried cheese.
Today I learned something about you.
So much fried cheese. Oh my god.
There's no way tons of fried cheese could ever go wrong the next day.
No, see, you're supposed to eat enough cheese so that it counters out the alcohol so you don't have the shits tomorrow. They counteract each other. The cheese tightens everything up, the alcohol loosens it up, and you're back to normal.
That's just science.
That's just science.
Nothing like some uppers and downers to balance you out.
Yeah.
So that's your make and eat. Always the fried cheese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, cop out.
See. No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'll go next. Boy, mine are different because I'm not a good chef at all. So by make, like if I'm home, it's going to be whatever snack food I have around. I have once just like I really want pasta and drunkenly made pasta, just store-bought marinara sauce, just slapped it on top. I don't even know if I had cheese. It could just marinara and noodles. Somehow didn't burn down the house, and that was the day. If it's not that, my go-to that I crave is Skyline chili, Cincinnati style chili.
Skyline's delicious.
Food of the gods. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Garbage human being.
I could eat like 20 cheese conies.
Oh,
Just
there we
come
go.
at me. Yeah.
With you.
I will eat it. It is never my go-to.
If you have never had Skyline drunk, it's a new experience. There's a couple I know of that are open till 3 a.m. and that is a real gem.
See, now that I believe. I bet you stumble into a Skyline, that's probably the best fucking food you've ever eaten.
Oh, it is so good. Now, next day, you will shit your pants.
Look,
It's
Skyline.
just going to happen. Well, you shit your pants if you're sober, too. It's the price we pay for such a delicacy. For listeners at home, yes, it is worth shitting your pants. Don't get worried, you will shit your pants, but that's just a side effect.
Anyone outside
Don't worry
Ohio
about it.
has no idea what he's talking about either.
It's
Like,
true.
what the
It's
fuck?
such a
I kind of
regional
outed
thing.
myself. Really outed myself
Yeah.
from.
Like, it's seriously just Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, and the rest of Ohio.
Central.
It gets
Ohio.
up to date.
Yeah. I mean, it's Dayton, Columbus, Cincinnati,
There are
Northern
3
Kentucky,
stores in Florida, and it's Florida exclusively for the old people from Cincinnati. That's where they go. So,
Damn.
like, if they winterbird, the people there were enough Cincinnatians in, where was it? Clearwater, I think, where they built a skyline down there because there's enough demand for it. So they're all through Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, and Florida. Now you know.
Now you know.
The more you know.
And no, it's half the battle.
Alex?
Yeah, my favorite drunk food, I'd probably have to say wings. But what I typically have, that's the hard question, because it's like I don't want to embarrass myself. You know, I'm much like Neil Breen over here. I basically will eat whatever's within my reach when I'm drunk. So, it could be ramen noodles, which then I will throw up in like whole pieces the next morning. It's kind of impressive. Like,
Nice.
I'll eat ramen while I'm drunk, and then in the morning I'll throw it up, and it'll look like I never actually ate it. It's pretty
Do
impressive.
you just like take it and just crunch into it? Don't bother cooking it.
Oh, I cook it out and chew it.
So you
I
ever
think if
had
that happened to me, I would have a real tough moment with myself where I gotta evaluate the food choice.
You ever have it where you throw up and it's just hanging out of the back of your throat like tinsel out of a dog's ass?
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh
God.
Oh.
just pull on it.
That's the fucking worst.
Oh shit,
Oh man. Oh.
that's rock bottom right there.
So Jake, you got an answer?
Yeah. Make either a just like Lay's potato chip sandwich or just Lay's on some bread, smash it and go.
Oh, dude, that tastes like poverty right there.
Yeah. Welcome to Growing Up Poor.
Look where we are.
Yep.
Can you tell me you're not rich from this podcast yet?
Yeah, you guys all these endorsements coming in. I'm hearing of them all the time.
I
Yeah.
choose to
Pizza
live in this
Hut.
hovel. That's right.
Hovel.
Or in the off chance that I have eggs, I'll just fry an egg and just make a sandwich out of that. But my favorite to eat, like you can find this outside of the classiest of strip joints, where it's just some dude selling meat on a stick. Oh my god!
I'm with you there. Street meat can
Fuck
be
yes.
real good.
I've got food poisoning every single fucking time. 100% worth it.
Yep.
It happens. Hey, I have a follow-up question from what you said. You
Mhm.
talked about wings.
Mhm.
What is everybody's here favorite wing place or best
Roosters.
wings they've had?
I don't like wings.
Really?
Nope.
Nope, not all.
He's a Russian spy.
I
Even
don't
boneless
like,
wing?
I don't like gnawing on the bone like I'm a dog, and I don't like boneless wings because those are just adult chicken nuggets, and they should just market them as such.
Yeah, Roosters
not
is
wrong.
the best wings.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had their actual wings.
The Roosters?
Well, yeah, I think I've been there like once in my life. So
Roosters is pretty good. I enjoy a good Roosters wing. It's not my favorite. Frickers is kind of along that same vein. I eat that quite a bit. That's pretty good. I think my top is tied between two. I think Quaker Steak and Lube has good quality wings and very good quality sauces. I'm a big fan of theirs. And also one place I went to in El Paso, Texas, they're like double fried their wings. Had just a really good hot sauce on them, and it was served out of like a train car. They linked up multiple train cars in an abandoned lot and made wings, and you sat in one of those cars. Odd experience, but the wings were phenomenal.
I don't know if I have a favorite, but I'm going to make the stand against all breaded wings are wrong.
Wow, I can't disagree more.
No, if you put breading on it, it just skin, meat, done. If you put breading on the wing, it's garbage, straight garbage.
What?
I was hoping you guys were going to have a heated wing argument.
It's not that
about the
important.
wings.
It's not that
It's
important.
kind of letting me down.
I'll say
What's
I don't care
happening?
too much. I'll eat either type of wing, and
I will
I'll
too.
enjoy either one of them.
I'm not saying I won't eat it, but that's because I'm a fat fuck.
Any other questions?
We good here?
Can we go?
No, I don't have any more. Plugs?
Oh shit, plugs! Ah!
Everybody's favorite segment of
Yeah,
the
it's
Bad
the
Game
section
Cast.
of the Bad Gamecast where everyone skips it. Because we put it at the end so they know it's coming. So they can just be like, well, the podcast's over. Boop.
Yeah, there might be that after credits moment. That
There
you
might
miss.
be. There isn't. Well, guys, we
when I-
should...
Yeah, when I'm editing, I put shit at the end all the time.
Me
Make sure
too.
people listen all
Oh,
the
yeah.
all the way through.
There's little gems in there.
That's right.
Might have to just start doing that on all the time.
Do you not?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm way too lazy.
It's
for
like
that.
that's how you know who edits it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. No, you can tell who edits each episode just by listening to them.
We all have a different style.
Yeah. Which is why it's kind of just like, oh, okay. Like, I'll listen to each episode and be like, oh, it's changing. Just. And then it goes back, and I'm like, wait, what? Oh.
Yeah, we have our own consistency. It's just not for the podcast. It's where I'll individually have our own consistency.
right.
Yeah. So, if you want to get in contact with us, please get in contact with us. Por favor. You email us, thebadgamecast@gmail.com. If you want to send us a tweet or read my tweets that I have every 2 weeks, at the Bad Gamecast on Twitter. There's a Facebook page for the Bad Gamecast. I probably don't use that at all. There's a subreddit, which we post the episodes to. Potentially would have discussion for. Of course, we don't have enough fans to have any discussion. That's the Bad Gamecast. And then on Reddit, you'll find Jake is the one actually wandering about and insulting Sonic fans. So...
Just
That
in
is
case you
what
were
I spent my
wondering.
time
Wait. Do you go onto your own subreddit and insult other Sonic fans coming on to your subreddit?
No, he goes to their subreddit and insults
Oh,
them.
you go to there?
Yeah,
I seek them out, yeah.
we send him out to look for him.
Sonic and anyone that's a fan of Final Fantasy 13, I am ready to throw down. You can find me on Twitter at Jake Prey.
You need more than that.
No.
You gotta start advertising that YouTube channel.
The YouTube channel I don't post anything to? Why am
Yeah.
I gonna? It's just like Twitch. Why am I gonna mention it if I'm never gonna be on there?
You gotta get on there. Anyway, I'm on Twitter at 10rulesall, and I'm also on YouTube. YouTube.com/. That's good enough.
You tried. You almost made it.
That's enough.
Close.
That's enough. You guys know the gist by now. for
Yeah.
fuck's sake.
What about you, Green
Ooh.
Boy?
Ooh.
Do you want people to find you?
No.
Oh, well, you can find the Green Boy. Just drop us an email, and I can make sure he gets it.
Yep. That's how you do it. Badgamecast@gmail.com. Neil Breen Fanboy 69 will get it. Maybe the Breen Boy here will get a Twitter someday, specific for Breen Boy.
Try to get him to follow you.
It's my one goal. I will send him personal messages every single day.
Slide in those DMs.
Slide into the DMs of Neil Breen. I doubt Neil Breen knows how DMs work. I don't think he knows how. I don't think he knows how technology works.
If you send him a DM, he will respond to everyone.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, he's gonna do it. Oh, I'm gonna try to poke the bear. Stay tuned. Maybe Twitter coming soon. Watch me harass Neil Breen.
We'll all be on the edge of our seats for that.
Well,
That's
shit.
it. Go away now.
For the Bad Gamecast, I've been whoever.
Yeah. And this is Alex.
Oh, I guess I'm Jason.
Neil Breen Fanboy 69.
Good night, everybody.
I felt it.
Oh, yeah, other things coming from my bowels earlier this week.
You brought it up pretty far then.
Yeah,
Could have just gone out the other way, it'd been much quicker.
it would have.
You don't know where his bowels are.
Yeah, he goes full effort.
But I'm a completionist.
Or do you just try to get it as close to the exit as possible to bring it back up?
I'm actually just one
He's in it for the
tube,
challenge.
like a jellyfish, goes in and comes out the same hole.
You have a cloaca?
What? No.
Is it a cloaca for jellyfish?
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Jason, 0 for 1 on jellyfish anatomy.
Where the fuck were you in biology class?
I don't know.
Jellyfish day.
I don't know. I remember Jellyfish Day.
Probably, woefully irradiated.
What?
There you go.
You're trying to, Incredible Hulk yourself?
Yeah. Science experiment gone right or wrong. It depends on how you look at it.
You're not a puddle.
Yeah.
But I guess I've never seen you angry enough to turn green. I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's the part I got. When I get really angry, I turn green. Unfortunately, I don't get any of the super strength.
You just turn green.
Just turn
You
green.
turn green. Not even like a good shade of green, like a pea green. An unappealing shade of green.
Yeah, it's if you go by Crayola colors, it's a swamp green.
Oh. The most unappealing of the Crayola greens.